Lachinsky. Does it work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm a founder of Averiba.com. And my question is, do you travel? And how many pictures do you bring back home from your travel? No, back. 500 or 1,000, and maybe more. But what do you do with them? Averiba makes memorable travel stories from your pictures automatically. It's like 50 pictures from 1,000. And do you know why? Because Averiba, it's like Wikipedia plus Yelp altogether. And you take your stories, memories, and places. Places get your description from your stories. From me, from you, from others. So, and Averiba connects services like this and people in a relevant and personalized way, just in time you need it. Next. And you know, travel market is huge and it's growing annually. And in the past 10 years, 50% more people cross the country borders every year for business and pleasure. And local market is also very large. Averiba connects users, next, and many services like this from different industries around travelers, and offers a great opportunity with several monetization channels, such as integration and partnerships. There is also research indicated people still don't have important information. And travel industry is missing personalization, and photo and video sharing are missing travel relevance. And this is happening in the 21st century. So, Averiba solved this problem by creating structures with geolocation references and collecting data from users. So, Averiba supports most recent fresh information because of user-generated content data flow. And it's totally social. In society rating, it gives best information quality. So personal collaboration filtering gives fast and best results in search. Averiba has full mobile support. On the third stage, Averiba gives users simple value. Organize this travel story. You have a travel story like this, and current you have a current story with a journal, and friends can look where you are now. And you have a timeline with your archive stories. Next. And places like this, they get descriptions from your stories and from Wikipedia and other sources. Next. Averiba is like a flower and can integrate with many services, local and global, providing an excellent foundation for the future growth. So software developers can add their modules and people can make a personal kit from them. Next. Vision. We have a vision to change the industry structure. We are going to make travel personal with fast and reliable access to most relevant information. supporting service automation such as journal routing and booking on the fly and customer look for services, and so on. So, who we are? We are a friendly team with complementary and well-rounded skills. And our advisors are proven experts in their fields with excellent track records. And we are looking for investment for 1.5 years and help to reinforce our team and get yield to the market.
All right,
thank you
time's
very
up.
much.
Good job. So does it pull in data from that you already share on Twitter and Facebook, or is it like a new platform?
Oh, it will be connected with Facebook and Twitter, and information could be uploaded from these sources and back.
Okay, judges, feedback. Yep.
I'm assuming that you need the pictures to be from a mobile device with the location in.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So it feels to me like there's a disconnect in my head between two things you described. The first thing is I take the pictures, I come back, there's a lot of pictures, I buy that. That's certainly my habits. None of those pictures in my case are taken on my mobile phone. I carry around a nice camera like this.
Oh,
yes.
And they're not geocoded. So are you gonna, do you help me or not? That's the first question.
Okay.
The second question is, assuming you do help me and I get my pictures in your service, I don't understand yet how my pictures help you create this travel advisor for somebody else. Are my pictures all public? Can they be private? What do you do with my pictures? And do you have my permission to do that? Do you need my permission to do that? And then lastly, piece of advice. 1.5 million is way too much. If you want to do anything, you should start way lower, like 200,000 or 300,000, and last a shorter amount of time and iterate more quickly, because no one's going to give you 1.5 million.
Okay, first question was about mobile phone, yeah? And ordinary camera, digital cameras. Okay, it's easy to upload with camera, and we hope it will be possible. You know, new camera, they have Wi-Fi access, Wi-Fi module. So we are researching this direction, and it may be possible to upload pictures. Without computer, just on Wi-Fi support, exactly to our resource. And second question, sorry.
What do you do with my pictures that helps you create the travel advisor for somebody else?
Okay. Now it's easy. We support such format. Then you provide text with your pictures, and if you made something interesting, exciting for you, you take a pictures. So you have not only pictures, you have some things about this. So if you want to get it, you want to keep it, and we give you the tool to keep it. And possible, in some time, it will be voice recognizing. To just talk to your mobile phone, it will be recognizing and put it to our source.
All right, David.
So I felt the thing that was probably strongest was the UI that actually showed off the travel stories that looked pretty well thought out and pretty gorgeous. So if I were you and I were trying to showcase your strengths, I might have almost spent more time in the product, which was very strong, than trying to convince me that travel is a large industry and putting up numbers that I may or may not disagree with in Venn diagrams, right? Your strength is your product. You're a consumer-focused company, so your shining jewel is that you have this amazing product. Now what's confusing is that it feels like this has two purposes that might be fighting with each other. One purpose is for me to share with my friends what an amazing, beautiful adventure that I had and to tell that story. And it looks like you've got a UI that's very good for that. The other is to provide reviews in a way that will be helpful for somebody else to figure out what their adventure should be and what the price on that should be and so forth. And it feels like that would have a very different kind of structure of UI. And so I'm left a little worried that you're going to get pulled in two different directions. So I think if you had a much more straightforward explanation, like we're going to start with letting people tell beautiful stories about their trips, and let me walk you through one such beautiful story, you'd have me right away. It would be a very simple pitch. So it's just my advice for you.
Okay, thank you.
To pile onto that, right, I think that it's a very, very common situation for, you got these great big ideas of all the things that your product's going to reach out and touch and be part of, and become a peer to Google in how people think about their vacations. None of that is going to be true until you start somewhere. And focus on where you're starting. And that notion, that's what as I've seen your products through the program as well, is absolutely that what's strong about what you're proposing, what you're doing, is this really great way to take my own trip, organize it for myself to share with the people I care to share it with. And then there's all this other stuff that, because when you get this critical mass of that, you can take advantage of it. But that's not where you're going to be able to start. And right now you need to focus on what your first step is.
Yeah, I'm just going to provide the same feedback. Sergey, we met before Christmas, and that's the feedback that I gave you, which is that you have a lot of different ideas around this concept of taking pictures. There's a real problem that needs to be solved, which is that people are taking hundreds, thousands of pictures when they go on vacation, and it is a real issue how to organize them. You need to focus on solving an immediate problem, and the problem of organizing pictures is really going to be what's going to make people spend time in your application, and then you can build from there.
Okay.
I just didn't understand. Is the idea that your site is the hub where I'm going to put all my photos and then do my editing, my curation on there to throw out all the crappy ones I took and then organize the remainder? I didn't understand whether that is where all the pictures start and stay and everything else gets fed from that, or are you onboarding those pictures from, I've uploaded them to iPhoto, I've uploaded them to Twitter, or to Flickr, and then you're going to select and curate. So my problem is I just have a ton of crap. Most of my photos suck, and I would be embarrassed, and I'm trying to kill them off before they get there. So I don't know whether your tool is a tool to help you tell a better story, to store everything and hide the bad stuff and rearrange the good stuff, so I can tell my personal lie that I had a great trip when it was really pretty. But that's what everybody does on Facebook. They want to I have a great life, and life really is not so great. But nice job. So I'm just, it's really a question. I don't understand how the basic product works.
You can supply your photos from different sources. For example, from your computer, from your camera, from your mobile phone, and also from digital sources, cloud sources like Facebook photos and Twitter.
So you sort of pick and choose the good ones and load them and leave everything else.
Yes, we have such place, a folder. You just put your photos there, and we make a stories from them, dividing on different micro stories.
All right, time's up. Big round of applause. All right, judges, we need your scorecards. Hold them up high, and Yuri's going to tally them up. We've got a 2, we've got a 3, we've got a